Hello, everybody. How you doing? My name is Lattmackey, and we're going to play some TurboGrafx 16 tonight, all in support of Feed the Kids 2021, right here on RGL, where you're watching. Okay, Tempest Mask, that was awesome. I have never seen Battletoads inside of Shovel Knight. That is so cool. I'm going to try and top that. I don't know how you can, though, so we'll try. How's everyone doing? So we got a great cause here, folks. This is all in support of random acts, and this is pretty awesome. So I did a donation a little bit earlier, and all the money that I've raised through the stream revenue this month all went towards Feed the Kids, and I encourage you to join me. We're going to try and raise a few bucks. Look at this. We are so close to $3,000. We're only $31 away from the good old 2,800, so maybe we can hit that by the end of these runs. I'm going to do a couple of them here. If you've never seen the TurboGrafx 16, actually, you know what? All of you here, mostly for RGL, probably are familiar with the TurboGrafx 16, so I don't have to go too far into it. It actually has turbo switches on the controller. I'm using a third-party controller for this, but I am actually playing on a PC engine. So that is why we're doing the PC engine version, and this is Air Zonk. What is Air Zonk? Okay, it's like Bonk, but air, and his name is Zonk. Yeah, does that sound really exciting? I don't know. We're going to find out. Basically, there's a whole bunch of Bonk games, and this falls in like the family of Bonk games. And it is a shmup, so a lot of like the speedrunning elements of it come into boss fights and stuff like this, and I'll show you that here in just a sec. One thing we are going to do here is you get little companions on your way here as you're going. You're like your little buddy who flies along with you. And we're actually gonna do manual select instead of auto select. And I'll show you that here in a sec. So all you get here in the title screen, these are the difficulty levels, and these are also the category levels on speedrun.com. So this is sweet, spicy, and bitter, and we're gonna do the sweet category because it's actually the fastest. It takes the least amount of hits to kill enemies and stuff. So. But on this screen here, typically we would just do auto select, which is this top one. I'm going to do manual select, and that is because on the PC engine, we have some exclusive companion characters. And the first one I'm going to do here is Moo Moo, and you'll see why in just a second here. So hopefully this may not be suitable for work. Just want to let y'all know here in just a second, okay? So anyway, this is Air Zonk, and it's got one of my favorite soundtracks in all of TurboGrafx 16 games, and you'll hear why in just a second. This is the HuCard version. There was also a CD version of the game, which is like completely different, and in my opinion, not nearly as fun. So you can already probably tell this is basically an auto-scroller during the stages, and then when we get to the boss fights, that's where a lot of the time save comes in. The current world record holder is Sarah Carey. She has a time of 26:30 something, about a minute faster than my time, and a lot of that just comes from boss fights, not dying on the last drool fight. I won't, which you'll see right now. I will most definitely die on some drool fighting here. Okay, so I'm picking up all these. Thanks for all the good luck, folks. I appreciate it. We're going to try and have some fun. I'm picking up all of these smileys because typically, especially on the Sweet version, we wouldn't do the combined power-up. So when you get 8 little smileys, you get a big smiley, and then your companion shows up, or your buddy. I can't remember exactly what the terminology is in the US version. When you get another 8, you actually combine forces, and you create like a super-duper buddy friend thing, super friends, with my powers combined, that kind of thing. So you'll see that here in just a second. Okay, so here it is. So let's go ahead and beat this guy here. And now I'm going to turn into my buddy. And for a little bit, you will get some invincibility. And then you also get kind of a cool weapon to go along with it. Now, this is what happens when you combine with a cow in the Japanese version of Air Zonk. I'm going to withhold judgment, but, this is what it is. And it's pretty much my favorite combination of the two because of how silly it is. And I just feel like it's inappropriate, but I'm not 100%, maybe perhaps I'm being a little too judgmental. So anyway, we're going to try and hold on to this all the way to the boss fight. That was a mini boss. So as I mentioned before, as a speed run, all of the time saves come in the mini boss fights and the boss fights. And you want to get through them as fast as possible. In this category, the sweet category, you really don't need the companion. It actually kind of slows you down because, as you'll notice, when there was that animation when we combined forces, the benefit of a lot of these enemies, of a lot of the boosts, the power-ups, the super power-ups, don't nearly, the regular weapons are just fine for when you're actually getting into the boss fights. And you'll see here in just a second. So this is purely just for fun, so you all can see a little bit of what this game has to offer and why it's kind of fun. To be honest with you, I'm not, normally the biggest shmup fan or shoot 'em up fan, but this game just has so much personality, and it's also a game I played as a kid, so I've got the nostalgia going for it and everything like that. So, yeah, yes, there are words in the chat I cannot say. Yes, clearly just throwing bowling pins. See, there you go, Cheese. That's exactly it. So I'm gonna try to kill this enemy here for this boss fight as fast as possible. The hitbox for the enemy is right here on the glass thing, so as much as I can get many shots. You want to get close without getting hit. We're close. There we go. Okay, cool. So that actually is not bad. 327. Okay, that's actually a pretty darn good first level. So, was there a $200 donation? Are you serious? Well, we're at 2769. So we're getting close, folks. Keep the donations coming in. We're rolling down towards $3,000 here. So okay, so we can do another companion here, and I'm just going to show you some of them. The next one I'll show you here is I skipped it. We're gonna do this. Oh no. Okay, this one is Tank, I think they call it. Oh, Dump. There we go. Dump. They have different names in the PC Engine version, and truthfully, nobody's actually... I don't think we've bothered to see if the Japanese version is any faster than the US for the North American version. In the Bonk games, we've been doing some recent discoveries. We have a small but dedicated Bonk community, and we found out that the Japanese versions are faster than the American versions in the Bonk games, and that's mostly because of text. So, got that going for you. As has a tendency to be quite often where, versions other than English scroll text faster or, use less text, whatever there might be. So I'm going to be getting as many smiley faces. This laser is one of the strongest weapons in the game, but as you can see, it has a reduced range. So there are some trade-offs for using it. You can power up the weapons, and I'll show you here. And you have a nuclear weapon, which does this look like a nuke? In the American version, that's most definitely a nuke. In this game, I contend that it kind of looks like poop, but I don't know. I'm not, once again, not going to pass judgment. I'm going to try not to pass judgment on the game. All of them are real. And you also have you probably haven't seen it yet, but you have a back attack, and I'm trying not to do it here because it got me in trouble when I was doing it in my practice run. But automatically, anything that's behind you, you have a back attack that gets activated. In the more challenging categories like bitter, that you have to manually use your back attack. Purple ice cream. Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with purple ice cream. Sure. Here, I'll try it so you can kill this enemy by going back. So there's my backward attack. That's going to come in handy on some of the boss fights because it actually can be a strong attack, especially if you lose your weapon, which can happen pretty easily. So I get to show you Tank here. So this is Tank. I'll see if I can actually combine forces with Tank. We're going to be picking up a new weapon here in just a little bit too. So as far as the speed run goes, the glove is one of the best weapons you can get, and you'll see a little bit later on why. Anything that gets multiple hits is really a good, helpful choice against bosses and things like that. And the glove goes forward and backwards as you're getting through enemies. Excuse me. Anyway, so I try not to shoot all the time, but sometimes it's just a force of habit. I try also to clear as many things off the screen as I can. The TurboGrafx 16 is awesome at handling a ton of sprites. That's, I think, probably why there were so many shmups on the console. But at the same time, there is some lag situations, so I want to avoid those. Okay, here we go. I want to avoid the lag situations, and so I have found it helpful to clear as many enemies off the screen as possible. So we're going to switch over here pretty soon to the glove. You're invincible also for a certain period of time, so as you'll notice here. And also, when you get a certain amount of points, you do get an extra life as well, which, in a speed run, the lives aren't as important. When you're as rusty as I am at this game, the extra lives are going to help. So I'm going to be going for them. Oh, no. Okay, so this did not go very well in my practice. We'll find out, see if we can make this a little bit better off here. Okay, so we'll get to leave these things out. Oh, gee, and just like that. But we have this weapon where we can keep a safe distance, and it's still, if we were doing the normal speed run, we wouldn't even have our combined forces there anyway. So but you can see how quickly it kind of just chomps through these mini bosses, and I can do it from a great distance. So there we go. Okay, mini boss down. It's been a while since I've watched Sarah's run, but I will say that the world record, I remember using the glove quite a bit. And I do want to have my companion back, hopefully for the boss, because if you notice, the companion was also shooting like missiles and stuff, and that's extra damage. The companions do have a certain amount of hit points, so if they get hit a certain amount of times before you've combined forces with them, they will, like, you know, they'll crash and burn, which is kind of sad, but they have hit points. This is my favorite weapon, but I'm going to skip it because I have the glove. The glove's really good. So those are chompers, or they probably have some technical name that we can just make up our own, but you'll see it probably a little later on the run. Okay, good. We got the companion back, and you notice shooting missiles. There also is a heat-sinking missile weapon that you can get, but it's not very powerful and really slows things down because there's so many sprites on screen. Once again, you're going to be experiencing lag and stuff like that. So if you're speedrunning the game, the heat-sinking missiles may not be the best weapon you want to use. Okay, so we're going to head off to the boss. Just a look. God, how you doing? Good evening. Okay, so I'm going to shoot off a nuke here really quick. It does cause a little bit of slowdown, but it also gets rid of some of the enemies on screen, so that's a little bit helpful. Try to just... This thing does do an attack, but we don't have to worry about it too much. This is actually going pretty well. I haven't died yet, so... Air Zonk 2 was so disappointing. Totally, kind of, seriously agree. But, I think I only played through it once. I don't think I've revisited it since my playthrough, and it's just to tell you how it is. Okay, so let's show you some of the other companions are. We can do doggy. This one's kind of fun. We'll do nukes. What is this guy's name in this version? Rockaton. Okay, Rockaton. This is Rockaton. It throws on the sunglasses. You don't get these cool cutscenes in the US version, which is kind of nice. This has got some of the best music in the game, and with a game that has so much rock and music, it's saying a lot to say this is one of the better tunes in the game. Once again, just kind of clearing everything off screen, just trying to avoid any, really, trying to avoid lag. Just want to keep any lag from actually happening. But once again, if I fire too much, that can also cause lag. So we're going to we'll do pick up here. So the boomerangs are interesting. You can only have a certain amount of boomerangs on screen at one time. And so you'll notice I get really close, and I'm also letting off the fire button when I'm using the boomerangs. But I am trying to get closer to the enemies. That can be a little risky depending on how close you get. But one of the nice things about this game, and a lot of Bonk games, is they really don't have a ton of RNG. I kind of know where every enemy is going to be. There is some randomness in the pickups in some of the later stages, especially during boss fights. But you kind of know how many hits and where everything is going to be. So it makes the skill part of this game pretty fun. Like, a lot of the improvements come from you getting better and not necessarily the game just, making up its mind that it's going to let you speed things up. Okay, I'll show you the combined forces on this one too. The rocket is not, it's not what, I have struggled to find a really good use for combining forces with the rocket, but. So you notice I'm going to stay really close here, which is kind of terrifying, but once again, I know where this football shark's, attack's going to be, so. This song is basically an anime opening. Dog, I'll have to take your word for it. I don't watch it. Oh, poops. Okay, well, you know what this means. We're going to actually get chompers. This is exciting. There is a pickup. Boomerangs is not absolutely necessary anyway, so. You can even power up the regular normal pea shooter as a power up too, which is kind of cool. Probably coming up on it pretty soon. I've lost count. I don't normally keep count because it's not really that important. Okay, so here's the chompers. So this is my favorite weapon in the whole game. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a whole lot of use. And, oh, it's a different enemy. Okay, sorry. I was thinking of the different guy. This one's kind of funny. Unfortunately, this character's, attacks are not that strong. You notice, like, I should be tearing through these things. So I'm going to actually use my invincibility a little bit here. But I'm probably better off with chompers, actually. So I may take a hit here, actually. Especially if I get another one. See if I get another big smiley. I lost track. Probably should have kept counting. If I get another big smiley, I'll take it. Okay, let's take a hit here. Okay, so the reason I did that is because now I'll have this guy on screen as a rocket and as a missile launcher, and no time lost. There's literally no time lost for doing that. One of the nice things, too, about this game is if you're trying to do it as a speed run, on the auto-scrollers, you can take a death, and it costs absolutely no time. The only time you lose time is on these boss fights. Hey, that was not as fast as I wanted it to be. Okay, that's fine. So this is a shark and a football, because, you know, air Zonk. And we're going to have a second phase here, which is I'm going to shoot off a nuke here to help us out. And get in some extra hits this way. And I can just stay in here and plow away. Cool. Okay, another stage done. Deathless so far still, too. This is the boss that always gets me. It's kind of tough, Cheese, because for the speedrun routes, like, the closer that you get there, the more effective you are fighting wise, and that can be kind of, especially this game where it can be kind of brutal at one time. Let's do the baseball. We'll do the baseball. It's gonna be fun. That can be kind of brutal. Like having to get in tight and in close to a boss fight is not. It's just called Ball. That's a really clever, unique name there. Ball. I'm learning names here as we go along. It's kind of funny. So this is in my opinion, the toughest stage to get through. So the speed strat here, and I'm probably not going to get it because it's really challenging, is you have to, you want to keep this laser to the boss fight. I'm sure you can, but I've never been able to do a full power up with the companion in this level. So I'm sure there's a way you can do it, but there's a limited amount of smileys in this level. So it can be really challenging. You notice my back attack goes off. It's kind of like almost like a safety thing. Oh yeah, okay, don't get hit by the next one. I've been hit by that one multiple times in practice. Look, I remember this time. Was that left shark? Yes, I think it was actually. You'll notice there's a tad bit of slowdown when I put those extra things on screen. The extra... Okay, don't use... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, okay, I forgot I did it. Jeez. Okay. Hey, we actually got through it. Okay, so we're going to have a boss fight here. I mean, mini boss fight. I can talk. And all we need to do is just laser. Avoid one attack, and then we're good. Cool. Okay. We're also trying to not... we're trying to avoid our little companion dude getting hit, but in this part of the stage where, hey, speaking of Battletoads, kind of looks like Battletoads going down here. You want to, I know it's a completely different color, but it's basically, right, is that the same? No, I don't just making stuff up. These platforms hurt our little buddy, so it's not easy to keep your buddy all the way to the end of this boss fight. And also those enemies suck you in. It's tough to tell, but they're almost like magnetic or something. There's actually a pull towards them. Okay. Okay. That was an extra life, which I haven't died yet, so I'm doing okay on the lives, which is good because typically I die to Drool like 4 times, and nearly all of my time save in my PB right now could be from the Drool fight. If you've never played a bonk game, Drool is almost always the final boss in a bonk game, and I'm not even sure what Drool it is in this game. King Drool something? Maybe even King Drool the Cyborg. I don't even know actually what they're called in this one, but there's a Drool fight just like every other bonk game, so... I can't believe I'm actually keeping laser here. This is pretty great. I guess it helps when you remember where things are. Because, like I said, everything's kind of in the same place. I guess if you remember where everything's at, makes this part, makes the not losing weapon a lot easier. Who would have thought? Also looks like, does it kind of like Air Zonk is shooting out of his mouth right there? Okay, here we go. Boss fight. Boss fight time. And I'm going to shoot off a nuke. And once again, we're going to stay nice and tight. Wow, that was really fast. Shoot off another nuke. Wow, that was really fast. Dang, it's a bummer I'm not on auto select. This is this is going really well. That was very fast. So this is pretty good. We are moving into our second to last stage, but the last stage of the game is like half the game, so hence the time. Stage 5. Oh, this is the last stage. Okay. So if you've never played a bonk game before, we're gonna go back with Moo Moo. There's all these other companions. Oh, you can only choose them once. Okay, let's do Zebla. Don't know why Zebla is called Zebla, but there it is. If you've ever played a bonk game, there's like half the stages are like normal stages, just like you would any other game of the era. But, oh geez, how many past this? There we go. Forgot about that. But then the last stage is always like half the game. And I'm not sure why they do that, but that is just like a thing. So this is one of the few times you'll see cards up here, and a runner by the name of Great John had this idea that he just started using cards because it cleared everything off the screen. And when I noticed that he was doing that, I was like, dude, that's like, I'm experiencing way more lag, because I always go with like the laser or something that I'd been used to using, or the glove. But the nice thing about the cards here is they keep the screen pretty clear, so you can really avoid a lot of lag just by using a different weapon here. Already got the companions. Oh, man, I'm hitting everything. This is great. Very fortunate today. Big Mike, what's up, man? How you doing, dude? Good evening. Hope you're having a good one out there. Hope you're all enjoying some Feed the Kids 2021 here on RGL. How great is this marathon, right? Raising a bunch of money for a good cause and enjoying some retro games already. Why not? Okay, so there's kind of, oh geez. This is the one problem with the cards is I gotta remember to stop shooting things, because then I'll just hit all those baddies. Large Michael is the best companion. There you go. I know, that's what I need. I need the largest Michael. Where is that in this game? Okay, so once again, I didn't mean to expose those power-ups. That's why there's this lag going on right now. But you can see, I mean, the cards just make these screens just like trivial. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the glove. Get rid of T-Rex, because, you know, there's T-Rex. I'll get back there. Hello? Okay. Ah! That's okay. That's totally fine. Thankfully, it's not that big a deal. There's another power-up over here. And, oh, we're going to not be able to combine. Oh, that's right. We got boomerangs. Boomerangs will work just fine for this upcoming boss. So I'm going to use my back attack here a little bit. So with the boomerangs, I kind of got to get in a little bit closer to make it work. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay, so you notice, once again, I'm just kind of getting in there, getting in close to make these fights work. Getting lucky, yeah. Getting lucky. Out here making me want to plug back the PC Engine in. Crunchy Lex, you won't be disappointed. It's got a great library. If you've ever been curious about this, we've been kind of fortunate that there's a bunch of great ways to play TurboGrafx 16 right now. The emulation is wonderful. BizHawk, so many other emulators, Midnoffen, they all run wonderful versions. Like we've gotten near 100% compatibility. Also, excuse me, the Virtual Console on Wii, the TurboGrafx 16 and PC Engine Minis, the Wii U Virtual Console. I mean, there are just so many different ways to play TurboGrafx 16 nowadays. And as much as I would love to see some remakes of some of these classic games, I do appreciate that Konami has at least, given us multiple ways to play through the games nowadays. So, okay, that was scary. Okay, so try not to die here. There we go. Cool. There we go. Oh, Mike, thank you. Yes. Folks, if you're all interested in TurboGrafx 16 or PC Engine, and it doesn't necessarily have to be speedrunning, maybe you're just into it casually, we have a great Discord community. Always, oh, dude, why did I just do that? I just lost my laser. Where we always talk hardware, we talk speedruns, we talk all sorts of different stuff there. And if you're at all interested, please feel free to join us. Mike is there, and you do have to deal with his sarcasm. But besides that, it's great. Just kidding, Mike. Just kidding. Oh, jerk. That's my first death. Not bad. You'll notice, though, when you take your death, that's what I get for making fun of Mike. That's just like right on cue. You do notice, though, that when I took the death, absolutely no time loss. So pretty cool. Pretty cool way to have to deal with it. There we go. Oh, I got that life back. I already got an extra life, so didn't even matter. I know, right, Cat? Speed ready the TurboGrafx 16. What? You resemble that remark. Okay, so we got to take on the other buddy here. Oh, dang it. Okay, so we're going to do a little different attack. So this guy is a little bit easier. You can just back attack him. Unfortunately, I really wanted to keep that glove for all of these. I'm going to do a boss rush right now. So, an example to us all. I know. I literally timed it that way, Mike. I don't know what I was thinking. So, unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit longer, but that's okay. We can make it work. Now, I will get some power-ups during these fights, so it's not the worst thing in the world, thankfully. But I'll do my best here to try and make this work. Just like before, though, even with the pea shooter, you want to get in there as close as possible. Okay, this is the problem. Ah, rage. Okay, now, oh, man, got me stuck. Oh, we got lucky, folks. We got the glove. Okay, cool. Oh, no. Ah, as soon as I got the glove, I lost it. The football and the boss rush? Yeah. Pea shooter, not the worst one here, but it doesn't do very well with cleaning up the enemies. So some of my shots are missing the enemy because... Oh, laser, cool. This will work. Some of my shots are missing because they're hitting enemies. Unfortunately. Okay, cool. On to the next one. One of the nice things about the easy category as well is that after this boss rush is complete, there is the game automatically adds in some more lives, which is kind of nice. Already have more than we actually need, but that's fine. So once again, you're getting tight here, and just do some damage. Laser just makes a big work. You got to be up there. You got to be up in the shark's grill. Pizza the Hut. It kind of is Pizza the Hut, isn't it? There we go. Oh man, we are just plowing through with these weapons. If I could have kept either one of these, it would have gone a lot quicker. Easy glove, easy go. Okay, I'll buy that pun. Why not? And just like last time, we want to get in as close as possible. We got another life. Oh my gosh, we have more lives than we know what to do with. Oh, that's no, dog. You're absolutely right. Oh. Okay, well, that's gonna have to work. That's a very good point, dog, is that, yeah, and I should have said that. My apologies, folks. There are quite a bit of flashing elements, especially for this time period, you know, so my apologies for kind of forgetting that. This is the toughest stage of the game. Toughest stage of the game right here. We'll just keep it going. All right, we got a good joke. There's got to be an Air Zonk joke out there, right? Let's see. Why did Air Zonk cross the road? To get to bonk? That's the worst joke ever. I don't... Maybe he's got these, you know, this would be the best time. Because literally you just stand here. Except for the very end where I try not to screw it up. I have no idea why they designed this level the way that they did, but they did. So there you go. Stick to... I know, right, Cheese? This is a problem when you put a microphone in somebody's face. I also think I might be the worst joke teller ever. So even if there was a good joke out there, I would probably be terrible at telling it. So there you go. Oakley dokley. I think I have to kill that guy. I always forget. I think I have to kill him. This always happens too. Oh no! Butt face. I didn't mean to lose my weapon there. That was a mistake. It's okay. So what we're gonna try to do is get behind these guys and do some damage that way. So like we can just be here. Oh, I didn't know why they didn't. Okay, well, that went way quicker than I thought it was going to. Oh, this guy's still alive. This guy's off screen. I can't hit him. I've never seen that before. Did anybody see that? Did anyone notice he went off screen? Oh my God. He wrapped? Okay, folks, have never seen that before. He just he screen wrapped. I've never seen that in my entire life. He does, it does give you 9 lives after you beat that guy. So this is the first, there's going to be a bunch of different types of drool fights. This is the first one. I tell you how often I get. If you can get to this fight and actually have a weapon on you, this is where a ton of time save happens in all these boss fights. Stay away. I'm trying to get in there closer, but unfortunately when you get in there closer, the heat sinking thing just keeps coming after you. There you go. That was better. Okay, there we go. They're learning. It's evolving. No! Like never fails. There's always something that's never happened before. Okay, we have 9 lives to try and beat the last version of Drool here. Oops. I'm trying to get these heat sinkers cleared off screen. They're the worst. Okay, I've already lost 2 lives. That's actually really bad. Hopefully this doesn't screw it up. Because if we die here, we have to reset back. Die here would be not back to the beginning, but be back to the beginning of the stage. And that's just bad. Once again, just trying to get in as close as possible. So I'm doing my charge weapon. Ah, damn. So when I die here, though, I can actually get in here and get some blast shots on him, which is helpful. There actually is some benefit to dying. It's really slow. At this point of the game, you want to finish the game as fast as possible. Okay, down to 5. Oh, geez. Well, here it gets a little scary, a little dicey. Oh, heat-sinking missiles, not good. Okay, there we go. We did it, folks. We did it. There we go. Time is coming up, and there it is. Hey, with 4 seconds to spare. It is not purple. How can you tell me that is purple ice cream? You got to be kidding me. Hey, thanks for the GGs. I appreciate it. No way is that purple ice cream. That is pink and purple poop if I've ever seen it, okay? And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Well, there you have it, folks. How about some Zonk? What is there to say about this game? I don't even know. It was probably one of the more popular games. I don't know. It's tough collecting. I'm not really much of a collector, but I try to own all the games that I speedrun. And if you go down the rabbit hole of picking up some of these games, like a lot of retro games right now, it's not cheap like the rest of them. So, but it's the nice thing about this game is it's available on the Mini, the Virtual Console, the emulation. There's so many different ways to play the game at this point. And if you even just have a passing interest in it, I highly recommend it. Just the music alone. I mean, you've heard the soundtrack jamming the whole time. So, a steaming pile of pink ice cream. Cheese, I don't know what you're thinking. We'll just have to agree to disagree. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm just saying, The game would zonk me out. See, there you go, Chrono. I guess it'd probably be Chrono. My apologies. Kaboom! And always, you never actually kill Drool either. Drool will always be back in some form or another. Now, we haven't had a game since the GameCube era, but, at some point, apparently, King Drool is coming back, and Bonk's going to have to do his thing. Okay, folks, I'm going to take a quick break while I reset this thing, and we're going to have to get ready for, Castlevania Rondo of Blood. Don't go anywhere. While you're on this quick little break, feel free, donate away, help us join, help us feed the kids, and keep this marathon going. I will be right back in just a moment. Give me just a sec.